Senator Coates, a lot of people are worried about partisan gridlock in Washington and the inability to get anything done. But back when you were in Congress, when you first were elected to Congress in 1981 through 88, two of the largest sort of landmark bipartisan legislation were enacted back then. You had the 1983 Social Security reform, and then you had the 1986 tax reform. I mean, both of those pieces of legislation were viewed as sort of a bipartisan success, where Republicans and Democrats were able to work together and pass, both critical, important legislation. What was your experience like back then, and why have things gotten so much worse today?
Well, a lot of people ask me, why did it work? How did it work before? It worked before. I think there's only one way to deal with this issue and another issues, and that has to be bipartisanship. In 1984, it was Reagan who picked up the phone and called Tip O'Neill and said, Tip, we got a problem. Social Security is going to send out to every Social Security recipient saying about a third of their Social Security is not going to be, we can't pay for it. And so it takes two parties to agree from not only a political standpoint, but for an economic standpoint going into the future. And that one worked on that Social Security that saved the Social Security for, I think, about 25, 30 years on the trust. The two leaders of the House, the two leaders of the Senate, one Democrat, one Republican, and got together and said, only way we can do this is that both parties make an agreement that they will not turn this into a political issue. And so the members, the chairman of the two committees, the election committees on the Republican side and the Democrat side, also joined that process. So they took the politics out of it, but we have, and it worked. And it saved Social Security. I mean, we need to do it again, but it saved Social Security for many, many years.